If you take a bread mode, rhizopus, and zoom it in, you will see this colony structure. So this is how the fungal colony looks like, a mash of thread-like structures. Each of this thread-like structure is called as a hypha, singular, hyphae, plural. A single thread is called a hypha, but a group of these hyphae is collectively called as a mycelium. Mycelium, group of hyphae. In some places in between you will see such kind of tree-like structures which are called as fruiting bodies. Fruiting body in fungus is a spore-producing structure. A spore-producing structure. The fruiting body has certain parts, these root-like structures, which are called as rhizoids, which are root-like structures, not roots. It is from this word rhizoids that rhizopus has got its name. This colony is of the fungus rhizopus, bread mold, like bread mold. A stem-like structure which is called sporangiophore, wherein phore means a stalk or a branch. This bag-like structure over here is called as a sporangium, wherein geum means a bag. The sporangium will bear inside it spores which will be called as sporangiospores. Why are they called sporangiospores? Because they are produced in a bag-like structure which is called sporangium. What kind of spores will be produced by a zoosporangium? Zoosporangiospores. What kind of spores will be produced by a microsporangium? Microsporangiospores. So this is the fruiting body. What are these sporangiospores? These are asexual spores of this particular fungus. They will burst out in the open and the spores will be carried in the air. Wherever they settle, if the conditions are favorable, if it is a nice and good decaying, rotting matter, then those spores are going to germinate on it and create a new colony, asexual reproduction in rhizopus. So this is how the structure is of a typical fungal colony. Now let us take this particular portion of the hypha. This much portion, we will zoom it in. This is what it has, the hypha of rhizopus. If you see on the outside there will be this cell wall. What is the cell wall made up of? Chitin, also called as fungal cellulose, not cellulose, fungal cellulose. And inside there will be the plasma membrane and numerous nuclei which will be floating like this into the cytoplasm randomly. They are free to move within the cytoplasm. This type of a hypha is present in the rhizopus. Rhizopus is a lower fungi, but in evolution we also have the higher fungi. Okay, for example, mushroom and all is a higher fungi. We will be studying shortly. Is the hypha of the higher fungi also similar to lower fungi? Let us find out. Let us take the hypha of a higher fungi. So do you see any differences of the hypha of the higher fungi compared to the lower fungi? If you look carefully, you will find that there is indeed some difference. What is the difference? We have the presence of this structure. What is this? So this is an invagination of the cell wall inside. This is known as a septum. And the nuclei. The nuclei will be bound inside these septa. They will not be able to move freely in this condition. These type of hyphae in higher fungi are called as septate hyphae. Septate hypha. So this will become a septate hypha, wherein the septate hypha is also called as acenocytic hypha. If these are acenocytic, these are also called as cenocytic hypha. Aseptate, cenocytic, and septate, acenocytic. Don't say aseptate, acenocytic. Okay, students make this mistake. You don't do. Next. So do you think the higher fungi will get some advantage because of this? Obviously. What will be the advantage? This is the primitive formation of a cell. This has become a cell now, and the activities of this cell will be restricted to this particular portion. So for cenocytic hypha, you have to write tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm, and these are cross-walled, present in present in lower fungi, which are also called as phycomycetes, and these are present in higher fungi which are also called as eumycetes. As such, phycomycetes have a septate or cenocytic hypha, and eumycetes have septate or a cenocytic hypha. Next, fungi, like we discussed, are divided into two categories on the basis of evolution as lower fungi and higher fungi. Lower fungi are called as phycomycetes, wherein phyco means algal, more watery, water-based, close to water, more amount of moisture, etc. Okay, phycomycetes. And the higher fungi are called as eumycetes, wherein eu means true fungi. Lower fungi are further divided into two classes, oomycetes and zygomycetes. Oomycetes are also called as algal fungi. Oomycetes are also called as algal fungi because they are more like algae, water-based, lots of moisture. We will see shortly. Zygomycetes are also called as conjugation fungi because of this process of conjugation that we had also discussed during bacteria, if you remember. Conjugation, physical contact with other bacteria using pilus. Conjugation fungi. Eumycetes are further divided into three classes under them, and these will be ascomycetes, basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes, wherein ascomycetes are also called as sac fungi because of the sac-like structures of their fruiting bodies. We will see when we are doing this in more detail. Basidiomycetes are also called as club fungi. Club, if you remember, this shape is called the club. In the cards that you play, this shape is called a club shape, named after them. The mushroom belongs to this class, basidiomycetes. Club fungi and deuteromycetes are also called as fungi imperfecti. Lower fungi, phycomycetes, higher fungi, eumycetes. And the 5 different classes. After this, we will be studying each of these fungal class in some detail. So let us begin with oomycetes.
महादेव के नाम पे सब्सक्राइब कर दें।